I'm curious, in a game like that with the elements as they were with the weather, is that something that affects play calling much or changes? I know coaches, especially you, were one not to make excuses, but the weather was really a factor. It seemed it could have been at least.
Well, I think that it was to a certain degree, obviously. It was, but we've been in weather before, and I remember we played Kansas State a couple years ago,
yes.
and it was pouring, and we throw the ball well and caught the ball well, but you just kind of battle through it and you work through it, and understanding that you're playing a game like this. It's going to come down probably the fourth quarter, and which it did, and we didn't play very well.
Well, let's look back at the second half now. Quarter number 3 beginning. Mizzou up 9-0. Nebraska got the ball first to start this second half, but the Huskers continued really to have some problems against Missouri. Just really offensively struggled here. The snap gets by Zach Lee, and Gatchkar is there again, the linebacker, in to recover the fumble. And what a game he had. I thought, he and Spoon in particular, coach, really played well at their respective linebacking positions.
Yeah, I really did. We were in a position right there. We got it, and we missed the field goal, but we didn't move the ball at all either. Again, you get the ball inside the 30-yard line, and when they got good field position, generally what they did is they ended up putting touchdowns on, and we missed a field goal. So we come back there, and Will Ebner has a great play right there, and we're playing. We're just playing really good defense right now, and it's really nice to see that. We're young defense, but they got a lot of potential. Boy,
the sophomore Will Ebner making the play, and he suffered a bit of a knee injury. We'll know more about him, I know, during this week. You'll have an update on Will Ebner, but he's been very good for you, second leading tackler after Weatherspoon. Yeah,
and he's going to get scoped Monday, and then we'll kind of see where we're at there.
So the defense just continuing to have its way, if you will, with the Nebraska Cornhusker offense in this third quarter, as Nebraska's really struggling to move the football. But as you mentioned, unfortunately, you hadn't capitalized yet with points after the missed field goal. You get another chance here, though, Gary.
Yeah, we get inside. We're inside the 30 again here. And our punting game was excellent all day. We net punted 42 yards, and there's a face mask right there. So we get this drive going with great field position, and fortunate to get a break right there. It was a good call. And we get the ball down the 1-yard line, which you don't see here. And first and goal on the 1. And we had a holding call, which is very unusual to get a holding call inside the 5. But we got one, and we ended up getting a field goal out of it, which was good. But certainly, you wanted to get a touchdown.
But you are up 12-0 into the fourth quarter, and here's the big play for Nebraska offensively to get the Huskers started. It's Zach Lee to Niles Paul, 56 yards. The extra point made it 12-7.
Well, coverage-wise, we just messed up the coverage. So it's unfortunate that happened.
And then the interception, Coach Dominican Sue, the dominant defensive lineman, picks off Gavin.
Well, offensive line's got to keep his hands down, and that's their job. That's not Blaine's job. And we were in a position to make a play, and we didn't. They did, and that's kind of disappointing too. So what happens is here when you get this adversity, you got to go out and you got to play defense. You got to go out and play offense, and we happen to do it again here. And that those things happen, and when they do, it's how you deal with it. Not that it happens, but how do you handle it? And that's what I'm disappointed in, and I'm responsible for it. Our football team didn't handle it like we should handle it, and therefore we lost the football game. So, there's lessons to learn here, and it's disappointing because you kind of felt it got away, but Nebraska did the things necessary to win.
13-12 here, and you almost get to the quarterback on the blitz, but Lee gets rid of it to Mike McNeil for the score to extend Nebraska's lead, and just like that, it's 20-12 Huskers.
We worked on that play many times. We actually, Coach Steck, before he called the defense, called the play, and we had a player that didn't stay with him, and that's our job.
But here you come back now, Gary. It's 20-12. Deep into the fourth quarter, but still time and still the ability for you guys to move the ball. The rain had picked up as the game went on, and you're coming down the field against Nebraska, down 8, of course. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion could tie it up.
Yeah, well, that's what you're doing. There's a lot of times how are you going to react is the best. That's gets back to what I said before. I mean, you're going to be down. You have to come back, and we've done it again this year already, and we've done it in the past. And so we're driving it down right now. We'll get a horse collar call, which is a good call. Come down. It's a 4th down call right there, and what happens there is to Andrew Jones, and that was a good call. It was pass interference, and then we come down here and we go outside and we get another holding call.
A lot of penalties on this
huge call because it knocks you back, and then so we get a chance to get the ball back. We didn't. Again, we had a chance right there, missed tackle, and it's just not a very good way to finish a football game.
No, and that's the one big run Hillou had, but it came at a critical time as Nebraska would put it away. Roy Hillou then carries it in from 5 yards to finish the scoring. Nebraska all 27 of its points in the fourth quarter to win 27-12 over the Tigers. And boy, Coach Pinkel, it just shows you how quickly things can change. Just the game and the score itself, just like that, it switched on you. Well,
you give up a big play and 2 turnovers inside the 25-yard line. I mean, that's pretty obvious that you're put in a very difficult situation. But again, you know, it's how you react to it that I'm disappointed in.
As we head to break, we let you know that this week's Missouri Employers Mutual Player of the Week is Andrew Gatchkar. The junior linebacker had 4 tackles, including a sack. He forced a Nebraska fumble and recovered 2. MAM, the state's #1 provider of workers' compensation insurance.